arguably my least favorite character. Oh, we had an Eden Blessing. Okay. That makes this much more palatable. Also, chat, I am very Halloween pilled. I'm working on stuff for Couldn't Scare Less, which, yes, we have plans for. Fear not. Ooh. Probably the only time I'll ever be happy to see Ankh is Floor 1 Blue Baby. I think it's one of those items that genuinely could be removed from the game with very little to no issues. This game has a lot of... So my one gripe with Isaac is there's so many items that are just bad. At least for the game in how, like, unlocking stuff works and actually trying to complete the game. If you don't care about your streak, if you don't care, well, like, streaking, I guess, as a character, if you don't care about the unlocks, then Ankh's good. Ankh is, like, pretty dang good. But most of the time, you do care about those things. So make Ankh a hard item to really consider using, like in an active sense. Alright, that's not great. We're going for boss rush. That's why I'm zooming, or trying to zoom. Let's go. Also, chat, I am so Digital Circus pilled. I unironically want to watch through it, like do like a stream react to it. I'm enjoying it that much. I think I mentioned this during the Fall Guys Twitch Rivals, which if you missed that, yeah, we were in Twitch Rivals, we got 5th place. We won money, we played with Quackity. Absolutely a highlight of my streaming career so far. Thank you, we appreciate our lurkers. Good morning. But yeah, Twitch Rivals went well. I did much better than I anticipated. I won a round first overall with pulling out a W in the final round, getting a crown for my team, which was very exciting. Also, shout out to our teammate Quackity for helping the stream timer along, because apparently this dang timer is not going anywhere. I plan to wrap it up, like, kind of set its sail during, like, we're here at the end of September. But, you know, when you get 20 gifted subs, there's, you gotta roll with that. Alright. Not an amazing set of experiment. Keep experimenting. Okay. Not bad. Also, I left a coin behind, but oh well. I worry not. I zoom forth. As I was saying, Amazing Digital Circus, fantastic show, is available on YouTube by Gooseworks and Glitch, the people who made Murder Drones and Gaslight District. And they have a new show, too, I haven't watched the trailer for yet. Not the trailer, sorry, the pilot for yet. But it seems to be a bit more on the formulaic side, at least, like, outside looking in, having not seen it yet. I think part of the reason why Amazing Digital Circus has me so grabbed is sort of this sword of Damocles this series has going. Partially because I know that one of its primary inspirations is the famous sci-fi, I would say horror, but people might disagree with me. Short story, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is its primary inspiration. So you kind of have this... It's got some eerie elements, like backroomsy stuff, that I think they've done a good job with. The kind of the innate horror of the abstracting, and the episode 3 especially has some very well wielded horror elements that I've thoroughly enjoyed. So it will be covered on Couldn't Scare Less. I haven't figured out how. I don't know if I want to do like an episode by episode kind of thing, but not every episode is horror-y. Like episode 4 with Spudsies, episode 5, they're just objectively not scary in any way. That's something I'll probably have to take to the Discord, exclamation mark Discord. Where you'll also see the, we have a new link for Couldn't Scared Less, doing a reboot. It's going to include a new channel link because not all of the episodes, I think, turned out in good enough quality to keep around. Those are both good items, but I want to reroll for something better. Unfortunate. A worthwhile risk. 07s. We gave up Seer's upgrade for... Ooh. Love to see an Evil Charm. Yeah, the card wasn't accessible, so we bolt. We don't have the key to go down. We keep on that boss rush pace. Dang. One of the other things that's been kind of like sticking in my mind about Amazing Digital Circus is just how absolutely fantastic the voice acting is constantly. Some excellently assembled talent who I've thoroughly enjoyed both, you know, in Amazing Digital Circus, as well as, you know, several of them are content creators, Twitch creators, particularly. And I've enjoyed just, you know, their work. And that's always cool when creatives, when you find other cool creatives through a creative project that grabs you. Alright, we're on a conjoining. Whee! I definitely think Freezer Baby is one of the better, if not just objectively the best, conjoined familiar. Yoink. We're going to save this key for next floor's item room. Ideally. Yeah, so if there's anything you want to see covered during October on Couldn't Scare Less, or just on Couldn't Scare Less in general, let me know in Discord. I'm very much looking forward to the Halloween season, as usual. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I think that's my first hit this run. This Halloween, it's looking like I'm going to be dressing up as... what's his, the guy from, I'm so sorry, I told you this would happen because I'm tired, the blankage, Little Shop of Horrors, Seymour, is looking like it's going to be my costume as suggested by some friends, and it's surprisingly easy to just kind of whip together, so. Oh, you shouldn't have free oh, crap. That was poorly dodged, but... There we go. Goodbye. Bye. Keep it on boss rush pace. That's our real goal. I hate this room. Damn it. I always get hit in there. Or at least consistently enough that it's a problem. I'll always happily bully those, because they're really annoying. When you have item charge. When you don't have item charge, they're a pushover. Yay, yay, yay! Celebration noises. Damn. For good luck? No. The run's doomed. You saw it here first. That one random gamble decided this run is doomed. Doomed trajectory. I'll look in here. Nothing that I want. I don't have time to interface with it. That was lucky. Because I just walked in there forgetting. That out. What was that noise? That must be one of the new sound effects. That boss trap room we might interface with. Oh. Yeah, for... These guys sound actually scary now. I love it. Tears up. Yeah, there's a tinted rock in there, but I goofed my card. Yippee! Straw. I mean, technically, you can give half spirit hearts, but I'm actually gonna keep the poop. And we have the extra life. We have the time. Okay, now we no longer need to do what I was gonna say. We just get to thrive. Let's go thrive. We get this chest. We can go back for the tinted rock without losing really any time. At least not a noticeable amount. We'll do this first so we can get the extra bomb out of it. That's too far? No, it's not. Also, if you're not, once I'm a bit less burdened with classes, Hollow Knight and Silksong are happening. Again, because of Quackity's donation. So if you find yourself hating the Hollow Knight or Silksong series, you have someone to blame. Don't put yourself... I'm good. It's okay. I rallied. We're yapping, we're talking about Twitch rivals, we're talking about the Amazing Digital Circus, which I've been hyper-fixated on, we're talking about Halloween. Also, congratulations on Partner, by the way. Hello, sweetie. Well-deserved, well-earned, I'm very proud. Gimme. Oh yeah, I had such a blast with Twitch Rivals. I was also very pleasantly surprised with my performance. I think I made it to the finals on like 10 of 12 rounds or something like that. Yeah, I think it was something like 10 of 12. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Always happy to have you around. Very well earned. And also... I don't know if you've seen the clip yet, but you did come up when we were talking to Quackity about, you know, like the discourse around the game. He was asking who was bullying him the most for being the sponsor guy, the neighbor. And we did point him in your direction. I'm sorry in advance. Though for that, you can entirely blame Zephenix. I did chime in, but I didn't rat you out. Yeah, Hector beating me in the bomb 1v1 was the intel moment of the game. Which I thought, like, you know what? Oh, hey, I get to show up in the thingy. You were talking so much mess in the Discord, it was great. But no, in the... I remember, like, seeing the intel moment and it being Hector beating me and being like, hell yeah, it's me! It's me losing, but it's still me! That was I hope as I grow and continue to do the Twitchness, I get the opportunity to do more Rivals in the future, because that was, like, a truly one-of-a-kind experience. That I enjoyed immensely. Poor timing on the ad as usual. We're going to embrace being not very fast. Hell yeah. We're going to keep this instead of bat. Though I do like the Batwing. More than the average Isaacer. Yeah, it's always strange, like, you know, when we're competing against each other, it's like, I'm proud of you, but also simultaneously stop doing better than me. I had a blast. Really glad it was a game that I knew to some degree. So I didn't feel totally like a fish out of water. A little bit, but not totally. I was very happy to have won that round as well, because I had never played that minigame before that I won. It was one of the community ones. So it's like not in the normal rotation. So I had never seen it. I just had to sight read it. It is like siblings fighting your... Yes, 100%. Or at least how I always imagined siblings fighting as someone who did not have the best of sibling dynamics. There we go. Finally an item good enough to replace Boo4. I would love to see that clip. Absolutely. Absolutely no bias present. I know my community did show me the timestamp where I showed up on the screen for the first time, and they were like, oh, it's Trip! And I'm like, hey, that's me! I'm Trip. Trip's me. I'm that person. But it's also, like, the... I did listen to some of the other perspectives at different points after the stream, like when recommended to do so. In the way I'm perceived because of Shroom Patch will never cease to amaze me. Like, because my character is a cute little mushroom, I'm generally perceived similarly. Which to people who know me in person as the 6'6", you know, eye patch wearing, former competitive dancer Trip is wildly dichotomous, and I love it. It's incredibly different, but not in a negative way. I don't feel like I'm being, like, I don't feel like I've caricatured myself, or, like, made of something that doesn't feel like me, you know? Which is, I know is a problem with a lot of, like, internet... Alter egos is the wrong word for it, but... Oh, I hate the new haunt sound. That's... Yeah, oh, I don't like that. It sounds like a sick rattlesnake. I gotta lock in a little bit because we're gonna cut it close for boss rush. Ow. Just because we've, I'm getting hit frequently, and that's how our only source of tears. And also just, we haven't really gotten damage. I think we're at base damage? No, we got Synth Oil. Synth Oil is our only source of increased damage this run. That's not good. That's unfortunate, but I can live with it. We lock in here. We get a nice quick mom kill. We hopefully get a fantastic item out of boss rush. And we get this completion mark. Possibly Hush as well if we're lucky and able. But I'm not gonna bank on it. Ah. I got greedy with the ice. Alright, we unlocked item descriptions. Let's go. We want Polaroid, please, even though that's not damage. I have time to fight this. Because of the fires in the room and because we have stitches, we have time to fight this and guarantee us Mega Satan. For being sleepless in Stream Addle, I rallied pretty well. And we got we got Tech X. So yeah, damage isn't too much of a problem anymore. We still have low damage for Tech X, but we're one away from Conjoined. We have a Source of Tears, which scales fantastically with Tech X. It'll give us something to snowball out of control with. Which is what we really needed for even considering Hush. Also, we have something to help apply the slowness effect we've got. Hi, Frail. Ow. That was just foolish of me. But I do want to turn on... Yeah, item descriptions are on. Cool. Okay, we're not doing so hot, but we figured we wouldn't. You know, even with Tech X, our damage is low. What did we get a slight tier damage up from? We're at 6. We were at 5.45. Oh, good, we got Jesus Juice. That's right. A tragic item to get from an Angel Deal, because it's really not very good. It's like a passable boss item, and as an angel item, it's kind of a spit in the face. If we die, by the way, which is definitely a possibility, because I'm playing poorly and we don't have much damage, I won't, we'll just kind of mainline Mega Satan. We'll let Hush go. My finger is hurting. Hold on. This is the longest lasting death I've had in a boss rush in far too long. Bro was around for like a year. Yep. We died in boss rush. That sucks. But we had the Ankh. So there was no risk, really. I don't need to worry about these. I technically don't want shot speed, don't I? Yeah. Give me High Priestess for an easier boss clear if needed. You know what? Ah! No, fuck. That's not great. Nope. I know I know mimic chests. I'm thoroughly disappointed in myself that death is even a possibility here. The first one made sense. This one, less sense. Hey. Lucky Horseshoe, useless. Because we don't plan to go to Hush. Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. That was really not well played by me. I hate this item. Real talk. That's fine. I swear I didn't walk into those spikes intentionally. But when the universe tells you to press R, you press R. Alright. It's trying to save you from future suffering. Pinking Shears is fantastic. Very underrated, but very good spacebar item. Flight and a persistent damage source for only 4 charge. You can use it. Oh, fuck. I forgot. I was talking about Pinking Shears so much I forgot I was holding Pinking Shears and not the poo. Love a coin. Also, since we're not doing a boss rush, we're probably not going to try back-to-back boss rush attempts, but I was underrated just how effective like that extra floor with the 2 boss rooms and the item room can be for a run. Now that I always have that option, I should probably frequently take that option. Obviously, boss rush, you don't really want to do that. Same with Hush, but coin? Coin for trip? No coin for trip. We've got enough floor rooms left that we can get another charge. We are not going to go Devil Deal. Just full stop. Not happening. I'm not even going to look inside. Behind me, Satan. No temptation. Yay! Also, I need to... I don't think I mentioned it at the start of the stream. We are doing the Somos VTuber and PNG Tuber raid train to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, which I am very happy to take part in as a member of the Latin Guild. Proud Latine, amazing community of creators and just overall people. Even if it weren't a community of fantastic creators, it's a community of fantastic people. I think that's as good of a recommendation as I can give for checking out some of the other excellent creators in our space. Dagger walking, yeah, let's go. Alright, why am I doing this? I have flight. Oh well. Oh well, no, we're not going to get flight back. Dang it. Power through. Poorly done. An outstanding failure, one could say. Lost 2 hearts on 2 keys. That is a bad trade. Especially his blue baby. I could have saved that, that stomp. But I just need to let it out, you know? gosh, I would love a mod that turns Mom's foot into having like a chancla. That would be fantastic in every way. It may exist. I don't know much about the Isaac modding community. To the protestations of my Discord and IRL friends who play Isaac. I've been playing a lot of Isaac 4 Souls, the card game, and thoroughly enjoying that. I'm very good at it. I am yet to lose a game of 4 Souls. Which I'm not even going to say as a brag, because definitely some of those wins I didn't deserve, because I got lucky. But nonetheless, the record stands regardless of my stance on it. Somehow didn't get a bomb in the exact location. Let's go. Very happy for an early Cricket's body. Lots of fantastic synergies with that I would thoroughly love to see. Thank you for the free bombs. Well, the free flies, not bombs. Nope, wrong room. I was like, let's just re-up on this white flame. Health up. Tears up. Fantastic. This run is looking quite a bit better than our last one. At least to start. Obviously we got a fantastic item in Boss Rush. But that was a little too late, I would say. We just didn't have the other key things the run needs, like health. And longevity sources for things like HP. Sure, give me a friendship necklace. This is going to be a very easy boss, and likely a very easily earned angel deal. Terrible item. Into a not good item. We just have a very fast angel circling us. Not really doing anything, just spinning. You spin me right around, angel, right around, like a record, baby, round, round, around, round. I'm zooming. We don't have bombs. We're not going to be going to alt path here, so we don't need the knife piece. And we don't have any way to re-roll the knife piece into something else. At least not presently. Ooh, there's a re-roll machine in our real shop. That is very good intel, but we don't have the money. At least not the money for me to quite feel good enough investing the key. And likely the bomb or money we would use to roll that over at least once. Get in there. There you go. Get dunked on. Raid should be coming here any second. Unfortunately, I have a nifty new raid surprise that I didn't get finished in time for today. Because it required me to pay attention and focus and actually, like, think. And I'm really tired, so none of that happened. When the new raid interaction happens in future streams, you'll know, because I'll be really excited when it procs for the first time. But it will not proc for this raid train, unfortunately. I didn't get it done in time. But if I remember when it's done, I'll show it off in the guild cord. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with my gimmick of knowing a lot about a lot of things, and the fact of the day channels that I've been trying my best to keep up, despite my body fighting me to remove any sort of reliability on any front. I missed like 10 facts of the day over the last month. Maybe last 2 months, but I missed several, which I hadn't done in years. But being a college student and working, and there they are. Hello, hello. I was just rambling about work-life balance. Welcome in. Those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Trip, they, them pronouns. I am a variety, these days, mostly roguelikes and co-op games, which I never really thought I would say, but is what I do now. Playing a staple for us here on the channel lately, Isaac, as we celebrate Hispanic heritage. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for getting the clip for me from the rivals. Hello, Pikachica. I hope you had a fantastic stream. I was listening to it briefly in the background while I was trying to rally and wake up about 2 hours ago. You seemed like you were having a good time. Ow. Almost got to that. Okay. Chat, I apologize in advance for the bitrate. We got one of the fun game break items that makes the screen weird. Welcome to Soy Milk. It's not necessarily a fantastic item, but boy is it a fun one. Yeah, a Discord DM would be absolutely fine. Playing Genshin, but also celebrating the 5th anniversary. Very nice. I know nothing about Genshin, except I have several friends who are hopelessly addicted. And one of my friends has a Genshin Impact backpack. Like a special, like, custom frost emblem thingy that hangs from their backpack strap. They are very, they joke that they are a masochistic gamer. They are a competitive Overwatch player, as in, like, for college, esports. And they play Genshin and Dead by Daylight. Vision bags? I don't know. It's like a little glass thing. Apparently it has to do something with, like, the goddesses in the game. Oh god, he's gonna laugh that I tried to explain a game that I know nothing about, but that he keeps telling me about, so I'm forcibly subjected to the information. Oh, as if I wasn't going fast enough. A vision. Okay. See, I didn't know what they were called. I just knew they were the little glass thing. It's an ice one, if I recall correctly. Which I'm pretty sure I do. Unless I suddenly find out there's no ice thing, but I'm pretty sure it's an ice thing. Have we taken Curse of the Tower on this save file? I don't know. Let's take it. It can be the last time we take Curse of the Tower unnecessarily. Future me will be grateful. Oh, God. Bad time for Curse of the Tower. Actually, no, that was totally fun. Thank you, ReadyBot. I don't remember enabling you, but I'm glad you're putting in work. You're earning your keep. I'm doing okay this run. It's not fantastic. I think I'm being a little hard on myself because I just got Dead God again. On my personal save file. Give me the secret room. Oh, no secret room. That was intentional damage. I was trying to trigger the bomb to get the secret room without having to spend the bomb. Thank you. Yes! Mom's box. I'm gonna say no. I'll happily take that. I'm going to pick Mom's box over Pinking Shears. Because there's just so many fun Mom's box synergies, and they just added a bunch of new ones. So I would love to get one of those new synergies. That was just... For obvious reasons as a... Oh yeah, I forget to mention this. I don't know why I forget to mention this in my ramble of who I am. I'm also blind. I am legally blind, thus the eye patch on the PNG tuber. I wear an eye patch medically. I sometimes... I'm so used to being blind and have been for so many years now, I sometimes forget that it's like a trait of relevance to introduce myself with. I know that sounds ridiculous, because, like, obviously, why would wearing an eye patch feel normal? But it does after this many years. And also, like, I've learned when I can afford to, like, not wear it for comfort reasons, and when I need to wear it. And, like, you know, how long to wear it, and all that for, like, comfort. It's kind of just become part of my face in a weird way. Kind of like how your wheelchair starts to feel like your legs. Again, as someone who's also in a wheelchair. Ambulatorily. I'm not bound to it, but it helps me a lot. And after my last hospital visit a couple weeks ago, I'm gonna... Ooh, yeah, give me that 30% chance. I will likely have to be in the wheelchair even more than I was before. Because they're thinking that my is spreading more. More specifically, breaking down more. Because honestly, that was one of the things that I did very early on into joining the Latin Guild that was fantastic for me, was connecting with other disabled creators in the group. Like my good friend Sayles. Forming the Chronically Cozy group. Well, it's like a segment. It's not like a stream team or anything like that. It's a little group of us who try to do a thing. And that was a lot of damage. Try to do a monthly thing. Yes, we love Les here. I really gotta... this month she was super busy with events, which is why we didn't... there wasn't a Chronically Cozy Stardew for September. I was really happy with that panel, too. That was, like, how I, like, really connected with Say Less. And, some of the other I remember Say Less, like, organized it. So, like, that's what sticks in my head the most. Unfortunately, my memory is failing me. I believe Ashlina was with... Sorry, that's our key. We're taking our key. It's a do-over. It is a do-over for the run. What the heck? This one's gonna get silly. And might have to continue on to YouTube. Because we only have like 15 minutes. And this is Run 2.0 item. Oh my god. And we picked it up right as an ad played. Twitch? Stop it. Stop playing an ad as soon as something cool happens. That's really rude and disrespectful. Yeah. I'm really glad she ended up doing the panel. That was... It was the first time I had talked about Marfan Syndrome outside of my channel. And it really helped me be more vocal about it as a streamer. Which, since my disability is so integral to who I am, what I do, why... that was lazy. That was laziness on my part. The fact that I was kind of apprehensive about talking about it more openly prior to that point. I'm glad that the panel was able to help me overcome that hurdle. Especially now with like doing so much collaborative work, I'm constantly meeting new creators and constantly having to reintroduce myself frequently and like, you know, kind of give those disclaimers that yeah, I am blind. I will make jokes about being in a wheelchair frequently. Sometimes my friends will like politely like offer a disabled joke and I'll add it to my repertoire. That's been happening lately since going to college because so many of us Gen Zers have really dark sense of humor. Really dark senses of humor, rather. Additionally, I'm playing a blind D&D character at the moment, too. I'm playing a blind Soul Knife rogue. So there's lots of blind jokes on both in and out of character at the table. I think it was honestly a really good thing that I did that, because it helped, like, this group of, you know, new college friends, like, loosen up and, like, be more comfortable around me as a disabled person. Because I know able-bodied people can sometimes be, it's not uncommon for able-bodied people to just not know how to approach us and to, like, how to interact with us. And that's an understandable worry, I think. And I'm always happy to dissuade it however I can. And yes, Blind Rogue. It's been fantastic. I have a plus 11 plus 1d4 to stealth. Because I'm a Mark of Shadow elf. And it's been very fun. I've unfortunately had the thing happen where I made them a compelling character. So my other party members have tried to thrust me forward like a protagonist. And I'm like, no, I'm a backup character, gang. I am not the driving force of this party, or shouldn't be. Hey, we finally got Small Rock on this file. Speaking of which, I have a D&D creative writing class for which I made Atramenty my blind rogue. Which is one of the reasons why they're so, like, fleshed out and compelling and interesting and quirky, is because I had to make them for a creative writing D&D class. I was wondering, I thought that might increase our angel deal chance, but it did not. But because I made a character who was specifically meant to be, like, really deep, it meant that off the get-go, there was kind of like a unintentional party face energy inherent that it really doesn't mesh with them as a character, but I've made work. It helps that our party's druid just does not shut up. And I mean that in the best way. Because they just kind of talk my character out of their shell whenever the party needs me to talk in, like, human. It is a first-of-its-kind creative writing class that's working directly with Wizards of the Coast to set up that utilizes D&D live play amongst the classmates and creative writing format. And so far it's been a hit, but this is the first year it's a thing here. Anywhere, actually. We're the first college in the world to have an officially, like, thumbs up D&D creative writing class, which I think is pretty neat. We didn't get the angel statue. We could look in here. And it's Goat Head. And it's Death's Touch. Really glad I looked in there. Oh gosh. Goat Head with R key is gonna do numbers for us. Little Reapers everywhere. Oh. Charge! No way I'm taking that. Thank you, we appreciate our lurkers. Have a good snackle. Oh my gosh, laundry. Okay. I need to go on a small college rant. I have always had a negative relationship with doing laundry. Mostly because it's an up and down bending task. Which is obviously harder in a wheelchair or with a cane. The two ways I've always, you know, gotten around for most of my life. Well, second half of my life. First half I was a competitive dancer, but that's different trip lore. We're talking about different trip lore. Part 2. Act 2? Whatever. Anyways, I don't like laundry. I don't like doing it. I don't have a sense of smell, so sometimes I forget to do it. But I have learned there may be no force on this earth that makes my OCD, like, flare. I diagnosed OCD, by the way. I'm not pulling that out of my ass. Than... Part of me tempted to take both, but I'm obviously not going to do that. Nothing makes it flare worse than going to do laundry, bending down, and there being someone else's laundry in the laundry machine, but the load is done. That has happened to me, I think, without exaggeration, every single time I've gone to do laundry in this dorm since my dorm mates moved in. I lived here alone for a little while. I didn't have to deal with that then, obviously. It is... I don't know why it exhibits such rage out of me and such just deep frustration. But without fail, it'll tilt me more than any of, like, my previously identified OCD triggers. It'll just make me feel so viscerally unclean. And additionally, it'll, like, absolutely sap my productivity. Why does my brain conflate? Laundry being in... Specifically, it gives me an irrational negative compulsion regarding mold and mildew. And that if I put my laundry in after someone who's let their load go too long, washer or dryer, even though I know that's not how it works, but hear me out, it's not logical for a reason, that my clothes will mildew, and I'll smell bad, and I'll never know. And I'll just be walking around with moldy, mildewy clothes, because I can't see the mildew, I can't smell it. And I would embarrass myself, and, you know, feel all gross, because I put in my clothes at an inopportune time. And it fucks up my entire set of tasks for the day. So if you have OCD, or OCPD, which functions similarly, and has this similar debilitating aspect, and you don't think that, or you let, or unintentionally let people minimize what you struggle with, don't, because it can truly dismantle your entire day, your whole course of action, because of a powerful impulse. And that's obviously really frustrating, really hard to cope with, really hard to make, what's the word? Neurotypical people understand. I did not expect this to become a, OCD, advocacy chat, but here we are, and I'm here for it. It's also why, like, don't use it as like a, no, that's... If we hadn't gotten hit during Mom, we could have had Brimstone right now. We lost out on Brimstone. That hurts. But, to be fair, Soy Milk Brimstone, it's not fantastic. It's fun. Okay, I need to have my hand on the spacebar now. Because if we are near death, I need to just hit the spacebar immediately. Or if I fear death for whatever reason. Because then we'll get to start the whole run over. But I think we should probably go ult path. Oop. Shoot at me. There it is. Fingers crossed, chat. If I had died to that spider, I would have flipped out. I feel like that requires to be said. I don't think AWAS works here. Oh, they specify that it creates a crawl space if used on top of floor decorations. I'm not going to die to you. It's not happening. But I need a heart from somebody. Have a heart. Nope. Have a heart. Dang it. Could have really done with a good secret room there. No. These are awful. We lived. We got a bomb so we can get this card. Come on. Death. Use it in here. I got telefragged by a ghost. And I lost R key. I'm disappointed. I'm truly hurt. Oh, sevens.
Hello, what's happening? It's that man in black and green. Sometimes sweet and saccharine. Sometimes he be as mad as me. Insanity, persistently, forever entertaining. triple